And I got my electric bike toolbox out again. I want to thank Dylan for sending me these 35 amp hour batteries like 5 years ago. I'm finally wanting to use them. I haven't driven my bicycle in almost a year and a half because the box started to break. And the battery, the 16 amp hour battery, has gone down to like 12 amp hours, so I removed it and used it for other things. I think it's finally time for us to finally build the sidecar. I have this frame that I've always thought would be good for it. If not, we can use some of these pieces. I initially was complicating the design by wanting to have it removable, but I have enough nice bikes, like this one I just found in the trash. I can just make it permanent. So I'm welding straight to the frame. It's going to be permanently a three-wheeler. Now, I already tried building a sidecar back in like 2009 or so. I cut this bike and took this off, but I just didn't have the right parts for it, and my welding skills weren't good enough. So I put it back and I welded it back together. But this bike's really crunchy, like you can't even turn it and stuff. So this would be perfect for that. And plus, then I can make this a proper donor bike where I can take the handlebars off and take the wheel and stuff like that and scrap the rest. Let's cut that off and then figure out how am I going to make it all at 90 degrees. That's the real question. I only tack welded it back together. Funny. Feels like I've been here before. is like perfect. There are good ways to design this where it has a triangle to keep it sturdy, but these triangles aren't big enough to keep this sturdy. I realized putting a bar across here would actually make it work really well. Now, granted, that is a square, so not as strong, but still fairly strong. But this wouldn't interfere too much, and plus somebody could hop in and use that to hold on to if they really wanted to. But I don't think I'm going to have any issues putting stuff underneath that or around that bar. I haven't welded these on yet. These are just, this is from a one of these, and then that is from like a deer stand or something I found in a barn somewhere. So yeah, I think this might actually be good. That's going to be a problem. And probably that will too. I'm through my collection, and I think I can put this tire. Oh, nope. Destroyer is coming out. That means that the tire is pretty much shot because it's not small enough. I've had a few of these tires I've ridden that were made in the 70s, and after a while the bands in them, they just break, and then it's no longer staying the right size. feels like the bike is actually leaning a bit far that way, so we can fix that. This bar is definitely in the way. It's an e-bike, so I can leave it for now until we get the rest of it solidified. And also I have some rubbing over here. Just the fender, really. I think some structural issues of the bike are coming back to haunt me, and I'm making the same mistake over here. This bike at high speed can sometimes get a death wobble, where the entire, well now it won't, but without that on there, this entire thing can flex. Now it has quite a bit of flex in that direction. Not much there, but still some. I need to use more triangles. That's the problem. I can't actually make any connection. It's very difficult, especially with this bike. And I've also noticed that the torsion on the wheels, because the wheels have so little clearance, that they very easily rub. So that might mean that this bike just won't be a good candidate for this, because the wheels, the tires are so close to the rim. It's really not meant for any lateral loading, or whatever the term is. Think we should probably end it there? I'm gonna weld it up a little more. Actually, no. I won't weld it up anymore, because I don't want to make anything too permanent. I'll tack up that piece a little bit more. Maybe, ow! It's definitely a little bit bent, because on this side of the road, and there's a lot of tilt on this road, it's not tilting nearly as much this way as on the other side. The reason I put the sidecar over here is because whenever I pull over somewhere, I don't have the curb right here. And plus, I don't want to be right next to the vehicles that are oncoming. I want them to be near that. There's just no reason to have it on there. And lastly, taking turns in the US, right-hand turns are always shorter than left-hand turns. So for right-hand turns, if you had all this stuff over here, it wouldn't hold you down. Not very much. You have to lean over like a monkey. Had to do that with my tricycle too much. But with this, I can take a sharp right turn, and it is not going to lift up the back. This is going to keep it kind of like the wheels on the back of a dragster. Oh, this is a little bit of. Yeah, this is not going to be easy to pedal. That is out by 1/4 inch from the front and back. So that might be something to keep account of. At least it works downhill. This might actually be my problem. Need to just design one from scratch. I also noticed that the bike and this are not at the same angles. They converge a bit. Question is, does that, yeah, that might actually cancel out the other bend in this, so I can leave that. But I undid this so it doesn't have to be down there anymore, and we can have this out further. Well, that definitely helps. It helps a lot. Just took it out for another spin. We fixed the issue of the leaning. Leaning in a little bit, seems to be perfect. Removing that, fixed that, or moving that, sorry. Adding this brace, added a lot of rigidity. There's still some wobbliness. I might be able to add a brace somewhere. Maybe on the back. I would like to know what you guys think about these pieces. I think that could fit in the back there. The idea being lumber could be put through those and they wouldn't skew. I like this one being the flat bar on the front. I think that could be a pretty cool look. Something like that. Or should it just be that in the back? Up to you guys. This was the moment when it finally became something I feel I could ride. The rolling resistance is still very high. I'll have to see what exactly that is. It could be the torsion of just having another wheel. But this bike was terrible. You couldn't pedal it. It's only good for electric. Probably if I could figure out why it's so hard to push, I mean probably it's the big motor in the front, that might help me save some electricity. So a bike like this should end up being a very efficient bike just meant for moving me, whereas that will be an inefficient bike capable of carrying a couple 100 pounds. Now to clean out a spot for it in the workshop. Damn, this thing's wide. Didn't expect it to be so wide. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and thank you very much for watching. See ya.